Good morning from Hurghada, from the hotel resort Arabella Azur. The hotel is a 4-star resort and is located approximately 20 minutes drive from the international airport. I have chosen this hotel because of location being in Hurghada, as I was enrolled in a diving course here in Hurghada, so I wanted to minimize any commuting distances. Today is 12th of November, my last day. So I have collected quite a lot of videos, so I will walk you around the resort and show you also some bits from the diving. Enjoy it. So this is a transfer by taxi from the airport to the hotel, which takes like a few minutes, like 20 minutes. You see the situation in the streets. This is a view of the entrance to the hotel resort. You see the street with the Cleopatra Bazaar on the left, which is a shop where you can buy some goods for the fixed prices, which is not very usual in Egypt. And here we see some construction on the street. There are some bars over there and also pharmacy and whatever you need. The hotel, we're approaching now. This is also the street in the evening. You see the shops. These shops you can buy really everything. So it's open long hours. So you just walk out of the gate of the hotel and you can do the shopping. You don't need to go to the very center of Hurghada. So we are approaching the reception area, which is straight ahead. And it's a look around the front area of the hotel. There is a theater now at the other side, and we do really nice view of the whole entry area of the hotel and the gate at the end you will see now, and the entrance to the neighboring hotel, and it is the restaurant on the left where you can have a breakfast and also lunches. The reception area. Reception is quite big area. It's also one floor. On the ground floor there is reception. On the upper floor there is a bar, and there is also sort of library at the end of the hall and some ATM machine. There are two machines. You will see this one in detail soon, and you would walk out here to the resort. One view from the upper floor. This is the ATM machine I have mentioned. I have not used it because I had enough cash. I withdrew back home. But in any case, you can use the machine or the other one. There are some details, basic information about opening hours of the bars and restaurants, and some basic hotel information. So you can stop here and have a look in detail. Now we are approaching the room. It's a room on the first floor, bathroom. Quite simple, but I would say standard size. I think one thing which I minded here was sort of like smell from the sewage, which was there all the time. I didn't tell the receptionist to fix it somehow. I don't believe they would. It's something which is like technically not well managed. There is a bathtub. And the safe box. Also the little fridge or the mini bar. In the mini bar you had 1 liter Sprite, 1 liter cola, and the 1 liter, 1.5 liter of the bottle of the water, which was changed every day, so there was no problem, no issue with the drinking regime. There is another bottle on the right, you will see it. two lamps and one socket with each lamp. So it was either the lamp was plugged in or some charger that you had, so there were not more sockets, so be ready for that. You see the kettle and some like tea, coffee, or whatever. And I never touched that, so I can't tell you if it's good or not. I mean, the coffee may be something like standard instant coffee. And we are coming to the balcony. There are two chairs. This orange chair, it's not very comfortable sitting, or to be honest, it's really far from being comfortable for sitting. And so I used this armchair from the room. I moved it to the balcony, and it was much better. The view of the lagoon. It's lagoon A. There are two lagoons, A and B. They are very similar to one another. So this was my room in the lagoon, or close to the lagoon A. So now we are returning back to the room, and we will walk out from the door. So again, a similar room, or similar view of the same room. On the left there are quite big wardrobes, enough space to place your things, or dresses, whatever. So this is the corridor and tennis court. There are two tennis courts in the area. You will see the other one later on in the video. This is a map or sort of picture of the resort. You see the shape of the lagoons and also the beach, which is at the end of sort of looking like pier. This is very early morning, beautiful view. And now we will walk. I will walk from the hotel, from the resort, to the beach. It's like 500 meters. I would say more 504. So there are two pools. This is like this shallow pool is I think 60 centimeters deep, and the bigger pool on the left is from 100, which is 1 meter, to 1 meter 60 centimeters. It's early morning, like 7 o'clock. So you see most of the sound lounges are still empty. Some are occupied already. You see here. So it depends how early you come. I think the sound loungers here at the pool, we could find easier some empty space or empty place than on the main beach. So some people prefer staying at the pool, some people prefer staying on the beach. So I think beaches were more attractive for most of the people. So now we are walking on the beach. It is quite, as I said, quite a long walk, but a comfortable one, because there is a sand. And on the sides there are sort of like curbs, which are on both sides of the beach, and this is quite unusual. I say you do not have really like classical beach here, like walking from the sands to the sea, except the inner side of the lagoon. You will see later. So it's 7 o'clock, and you see these. This is the sunny side, so most of the sound loungers usually at 7, 8 o'clock they're occupied. So people take the towel and make like sort of reservation by themselves. But I think the beach looks really nice, and just it was not so crowded, because there are, you see on these sides, left and right sides, there are the sound loungers only in one row. Maybe that's the reason why people preferred also occupying these positions earlier than the other positions on the beach. In the front, the green building, it's a beach bar with also a beach restaurant. You will see later, we will have a look. And you can walk into the sea through the ladders on both sides of the beach. And here is a small part where you can walk in from the sand, or sort of sand combined with stones. It's not that deep water. I think the deep water is where the coral reef is. So this is like a circus shape at the end of the beach. So, but there are not many rows. But you see the first rows are occupied already at 7 o'clock. So you would have to come maybe at 6:30 to grab the first positions here. It's you know, my time is around 7 as well, so I used to come at 7 o'clock and stay in my bed. But in total, I spent, I think, only 2 days, 2.5 days in the resort, because the rest of the days I was on the boat with the course with the divers. So here is area of the corals and the snorkeling. So as you see, this side is for snorkeling, and the inner side, like here, it's forbidden to even swim in. So the safeguard would whistle immediately once you would cross that line. And there is also the ladder into the water. There are more ladders on all sides, so you can quite comfortably walk in. This is the left side of the coral. Again, there is an area which is marked as you can enter or you cannot enter. This coral reef on the left now, here I'm showing to you, I think it is wider than the right one. This is like maybe 500 meters. And the first coral I showed you, that's about 200 meters. You will see snorkeling, or some bits of the snorkeling soon. So this is view, that's Arabella Hotel, it's a sister hotel of Arabella Azur, and it's adults only snorkeling. So I did some snorkeling on both sides, the right side and the left side of the resort, and you can see some videos here. I saw like quite many fish, but many fishes, but it was standard fish. I would say no lionfish, no turtles, so nothing, no special animals. But it was very colorful, and I think the depth here was like maybe 4 to 6, 7 meters. I think the other side of the reef, the left side of the reef, was a bit deeper, but very similar. So enjoy the video. The left side, the left coral reef. And this is the beach bar. You can see some coffee machine, help yourself, and you can have some drinks in the morning. You can also help by yourself, and this is post-mix machine, which normally you can take by yourself, or you ask the bartender. So this is something you would not like to experience on the beach. These are like some German-speaking seniors enjoying the beach, some beach party like at the midday. But finally, after 2 hours or so, they went quiet and just sleeping, enjoying. I was glad for that. So this is the lunchtime in the restaurant on the beach. There you can have lunches either here, or you can go to the main restaurant. In the main area of the resort. Here, I think the offer was a bit more limited than in the main restaurant, but you still can find something. If you don't want to walk 500 meters back, you can stay here. There's a pizza place here. It's made straight from the oven, and you see not so many people. It's I think 2 o'clock or maybe 1:30, around noon or in the afternoon. This offer of the standard like drinks for free, and these are paid drinks. This amount is roughly 2.5 euros. So we are looking now again like back to the beach from the main area of the hotel, or from the beginning of the beach, where is a sandy part. You see the ladder here on the side, and you see this special, like it's not a standard beach. This is something which I didn't appreciate so much on the hotel, that the beach was not like full-size sandy beach, but that's how it is with the hotel. Yeah. some night view of the pool. This entertainment, there's a theater I mentioned at the very beginning, and there are different shows every night, I think from 9:15 or something like that. So I've seen one and a half shows, maybe it's all similar, resort from resort, but these were quite enjoyable. I think it was a very energetic performance, and quite many people attended, which I was surprised. But what can you do, because it was dark from 5 o'clock in the afternoon, 5:30. So people are trying to enjoy themselves how they could. Again, similar view that we had a few minutes ago. It's the Arabella Resort, Arabella Azur Resort. And you see the sandy beach at the end, and also the ladders, and the sandy entry here from the side, which is quite convenient for those who don't like climbing ladders into the water. So this is a breakfast area. There are 3, I think 4 rooms, similar rooms like you see here in the video. And this is a very important place that's always crowded. Not at this moment, usually there are people standing in a line, and they're preparing omelette here, or whatever type of eggs that you would like to have. And this standard offer you may see or can compare with similar hotels or resorts, from Egypt. The salami or ham, ham is quite, I don't like much this ham, but you've got 2-3 different choices of hams. And self-service here, for the breakfast, and also the other offer of the sweet part. This is the pool part. They are getting ready for the dinner. You can have dinner here by the sides of the pool, or in these rooms, or you can see in front of. There are 2. There is a left and right side, and it's covered with roof, and you can have it like more indoor or only at the pool. This is the dinner time, and you see quite crowded. The dinner started from 7 o'clock and lasted until 10 o'clock. So I think rush hour was 7, but if you come at 8, it's much better. You don't need to wait so long for the waiters to deliver some drinks, and I prefer it later than sooner. Again, I've seen very similar meals in other Egyptian hotels, so I will say this is quite standard. There are shrimps. I've seen them just one night, so it's something quite special. And here again you look at the dress code. So there is no dress code, but people were just neatly dressed, and I think no one cared about it, so it was fine. And the offer of the sweets, it's quite late hour, so you do not see it everything. This is the other tennis court which I mentioned. So there are 2 of them. This is the second one, and there is like sports center, and there is a fitness room. So there's also a look around the whole fitness room. It was really empty. There were some people in the waiting room, but they were not waiting for the fitness. They were waiting for spa and wellness. Massages probably, maybe there is sauna, I don't know. I never use services like this. I prefer being outside and enjoying the good weather and the sea. This is the Arabella Azur, which is the neighboring hotel I already mentioned. I like this architectural style. It looks pretty oriental, and it has something into that. I really liked it. You can walk freely through the resort, and there is also a third resort which you will see. It's called Bel Azur, so you can walk freely in this resort. I'm not sure about using services of the neighboring resorts. I didn't need it, so I think there may be limited usage, but the people from this resort can use the sun loungers or the beaches of Arabella Azur or of Arabia. This adults only section. which is quite funny because in the hotel there are only adults. During the whole week, I've seen maybe one kid which was of the age of 5 years old, and maybe 2 or 3 really infants. So there is no need for adult section, but maybe in summer days there is some reason for that. I mean, during the vacation period. Again, we are at the end of the beach, and this is the coral reef. You see the ladder here on the right. That one was closed the whole time, but there is another one. There is another watchtower here, so there is another entry into the water. Again, this is the adult section, just very briefly. And look at this one. Was walking on the beach. This nice guy. You know. I've seen only one. I wouldn't say there were a lot of crabs. These are like gardens which are parallel to the block of the rooms. We are just walking around here and show you a bit of the green and of the garden. There were gardeners taking care every day, but it's also the same as in other resorts I've seen in Egypt, hard-working men. Here you can see, so these are hard-working persons, and thanks to their hard work, the resort looks as it looks. This is a view from the first floor, from the view bar, and this is the bar where some entertainment also takes place in the evenings. The bar over there, and this one is the resort I mentioned. It's Bel Air. It's also, I think, adult only. At least it looks like that. It's very quiet, and I do not like so much this closed area with no view, no sea view. But if you want a quiet place, this is the right one. Again, we are back in the bar. There's some guitar player, and the other night there was a singer, so there is some entertainment. And the acoustics is quite horrible, but you can still be in the bar and enjoy the music. And in this part I will show you the diving course. We are leaving Hurghada to do some dives in 3 days. I did 7 dives and completed the course with the diving license. Self-study here, the book in the Czech language, which was good for me. You see the tanks here and some equipment, and this is Romanian guys group with which I was also doing dives. And this diving is called drift diving. So you jump into the water while the boat is still running, and then you swim towards the boat, in the direction of the drift. I did not do that. It's for more experienced persons. And now this is my dive, one of my dives. It's a wonderful environment. Once you dive in the water, you will be addicted to this activity. Beautiful view of something which you can't see in the shallow water, and it's calm. You do not hear anything, just the bubbles from your equipment. And you can see a lionfish here, which was quietly enjoying this armory or military equipment. I think the depth here was 10 meters. Our maximum dive was 21 meters. So this one is around 10, maybe 11 meters. So the lionfish. We are also diving in a shipwreck. You can see in my other video on my channel. And look at these little kids. The guy on the left is the instructor, and he told me that he has never seen anything like that in his life. So he was enjoying the fish playing sort of games. And look here at the top of the coral. These views are just amazing. I think everyone should try dive, or at least the so-called intro dive, which is like 20 minutes dive with the instructor who holds your hand, and you can, this sort of like trial, you either like it or not, and then you go for that further for the course or not. So my case was that I tried it last year first as intro dive, and I decided to go for the full course in order to be able to dive in other resorts or wherever I go for my vacation. So we are returning back to Hurghada, and we are already driving back to the airport and flying to Vienna. I had a wonderful 1 week in Hurghada in November with beautiful weather, around 30 degrees, and the sea temperature was 27, which is for beginning of November really amazing. I hope you enjoyed the video, and you can check the other video of diving at the shipwreck, which I have mentioned. Find it on my channel. Thanks for your watching.